That right there is how you handle your business against a team that you are supposed to beat. The Denver Nuggets came out with the right mentality, and they have now won 6 straight games. Takeaways from this win.
Yeah, no, I think you're right about that. And it started in that first half. I mean, defensively, you were good. You were good pretty much the entirety of the game. Phoenix shot 38.8% from the field. And so you started with the foundation of defense. Offensively, you just did what you do, and that is get out into transition. Katie, you noted early in the first half that, 54% of their shots were in the paint or something like that. So everything that is the hallmark of what you do on a basketball court, you got to. And then I think in the second half, you did a little bit better job on the offensive glass. But all in all, you go to Phoenix, you beat a team that should be beaten by double digits. You did that.
And Coach Malone always says this: you'd much rather clean up things after a win.
Oh, yeah.
Than a loss. Let's go back out to the Footprint Center right now. Vic Lombardi standing by with Julian Strother.
Julian, I wanted to talk to you because I know you didn't like the way you played in your first start as a pro. How about your second?
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed. Obviously, we got a good win at home, so that always helps the wound a little bit. But I was blessed to have the opportunity again to come out here and kind of redeem myself in my second start, and I'm glad we came out here and handled business.
You sure did. 18 points, 4 threes, as Colin Gillespie says hello to you. Why is it so difficult? Is there pressure when you start? I mean, because you hadn't started since Gonzaga days.
Yeah, it's a little different. You know, you kind of get accustomed to being able to watch the game, kind of have a context of what's going on, and then kind of coming in off the bench and trying to make an impact. You know, when you start, and you got to bring the energy and kind of set the tone early. So it's a little different, obviously, playing with a group of guys that I usually don't share the floor with, but it made it easy for me today.
Curious, when you guys find out that a Durant's not playing, a Beal's not playing, when do you find that stuff out, and how does it change your mentality?
We found that stuff out in the locker room a little bit before the game, and Jamal Murray said it best, don't even tell me that stuff. I just want to go out there, I want to hoop, and we kind of all took that to heart when Jamal said it, and I'm glad the way we attacked this one and got another one.
Hey, man, it was great to see you bounce back tonight. Congratulations, 6-game win streak.
Yes, sir, let's do it.
All right, the Denver Nuggets get a 17-point win. We're going to break it all down on Nuggets Postgame Live. Coming up next, Nuggets 6-game win streak. Let's go. Nikola Jokic putting in work, a Sombor double, another one for Joker tonight against the Phoenix Suns. Christian Brown, dunk contest, exclamation point. Right there. Good pass, AG. He says it was. And Julian Strother, when he's hitting the crowd on the road with the thumbs down, you know good things are happening for the Denver Nuggets, who get the win in Phoenix, 122-105, the final. Welcome to Nuggets Postgame Live, presented by your Front Range Toyota dealers inside the Altitude Studios. Katie Wingy, Chris Dempsey, and Demps, this is the 3rd straight win for the Denver Nuggets by at least 15 points. The first time that they've done that all season long. What does it say about the mentality that they have heading into the All-Star break?
Well, I just think that, look, their heads are in the right space, right? You're talking about the time of year where teams, quite honestly, coast it into the All-Star break. And the Nuggets understand the stakes. They're trying to get as high as they can in the Western Conference standings. They're trying to play the best basketball they can and start to really be consistent in how they're playing. And so if you're asking me about tonight's game, defensively, 105. That is A+. Offensively, 122. That is exactly what you do on a nightly basis. And so that's how you stack double-digit wins over and over and over again. And tonight was just the next one.
Defensively, it was an A, not an A+, because they didn't get them under.
Okay.
Just going to say it. I'll be the one to say it.
They were close. They were 5 points away.
I know, but no under means no A+,
okay,
in my book.
All right.
In my book.
We'll blame the offensive rebounds.
Time now to see who's all in, presented by Ball Corporation. Aluminum, all in for the Nuggets. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, peanut butter and jelly. No Kevin Durant, no Bradley Beal on the Phoenix side. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic stepped up big time. 6 made threes for Jamal Murray. Absolutely cooking against the Phoenix Suns. He tends to do this. Not really sure why, but Murray always shows up in Phoenix. And then Nikola Jokic, Demps, the efficiency that we saw from him.
Yeah, you know, Phoenix, unfortunately for them, the center position isn't their best position, and they're trying to get that sorted out. And maybe that's something that they will subsequently in the offseason. But right now, Nikola Jokic is going to torch those guys, and one of them was his old friend, obviously, Mason Plumlee, Nick Richards. No matter who they put on him, he did what he does. And look, he is playing the highest level basketball he's ever played. He's said so. And it looks like that every single night. It's not a, when you're talking about playing the best that it's the ability to every single night be able to take advantage of whoever it is that's guarding you. And tonight it was those, those players, and he did exactly what he always does. And he's just a marvel, is what he is.
Well, what did you think of Julian Strawther in his second career start? Because he caught up with Vic Lombardi after the game, but the way that he was able to respond in that regard. So
I'm going to draw a line back to the previous game. And he was like 1 of 7 at the time when he made a layup, and then Nuggets called timeout. He's very upset. Michael Malone pulls him over and says, hey, look, things are going to be okay. Just stay the course. It's going to be fine. And we talked about that in last post-game show, just exactly everything that he's dealing with. Well, guess what? He's a quick study now, isn't he? In game 2, as a starter, 18 points, 6 of 15, made 4 three-pointers as well. And, I think a couple of things. One, he wasn't playing point guard tonight. He was playing 2 guard. So that obviously helped because Jamal Murray was back in the saddle at point guard. But then part 2 to that is just that he played with the confidence that Coach Malone wanted him to play with. And once he got that down, then it's just, now you're just going out and hooping, and that's what he did.
The Nuggets have figured some things out here in the 6-game win streak. Like you said earlier, they have the right mentality going into the All-Star break. Maybe there's a few that you can steal. Maybe you can have an 8-game win streak by the time that you head into the All-Star break. We're going to take our first time out here on Nuggets post-game.
Once got to the boards, the game changed. What causes that? Is it not just pure luck where the ball bounces?
No, I mean, when you give up 17 offensive rebounds, it's not pure luck. We were doing a lot of ball watching. And in the first half in particular, Vic, it was kind of really frustrating to watch it happen over and over. They're shooting threes, and all of our guys are running into the lower defensive box. And we've all heard the adage, long shots equal long rebounds, and they were just going over ahead and giving them second and third opportunities. So that would probably be the one area where you would say good win, but we gave up 17 offensive rebounds to 23 points. And that's something that we have to be better at.
What does it do for you guys or 2 opposing defenses when Jamal gets off to that kind of start?
Oh, I mean, it's just, I think the way he's played lately, I mean, people are going to game plan for him going in. But now when you have a guy like Jamal, who's, I think both he and Nikola at halftime, both at 17 points, really efficient. So now it's kind of like pick your poison. I mean, how do you guard that 2-man game? How do you guard Nikola in the post? How do you guard Jamal Murray in space? And obviously we know what both those guys are capable of. But, again, I thought Julian, I thought CB, Aaron's rebounding, especially in the second half. I thought he was a man on the boards in that second half, and that really helped us out a lot.
You said you had to speak to Julian after his first start the other night. Do you like his bounce-back effort tonight? What did he do differently?
Well, I thought he stayed with it. Like his body language. He didn't drop his head. He didn't feel sorry for himself. And it all comes from a good place. He sent me a text after the game saying, he goes, I apologize for my performance, my body language. He goes, I just never envisioned my first start in the NBA going as bad as it went. And I said, well, you're being way too hard on yourself, and it's never just about you. And wins or losses, it's about the collective. And so when I told him that Michael was out, and he was going to get another start, I said, just go out there, play your game, and be present. If you miss a shot, next play. If you make a mistake, next play. And I thought he did a really good job of that tonight. And it was good to see him commit to his shot. He missed a couple early, but he wound up going 4-10 from 3 and 6 boards as well, and which is what you want from your 2-guard position.
I think this is the most minutes that Bol Bol has probably played this season tonight. Can you kind of just speak about his game? I know he was a former Nugget.
Yeah, well, you watched him last night, obviously with the guys that they have out, and he took full advantage of the opportunity Bud gave him last night and their thrilling win over Utah in overtime. And then he comes out there tonight, and once again, to your point, 33 minutes, 19 points, 7 boards, 4 blocks. And, I think ever since Bol got drafted by us back however many years ago, that there's such talent there. You know, now it's just a matter of bringing it out consistently. And I'm glad we got the win, but you always root for, this is like Nugget South. Bol was a Nugget. Monte was a Nugget. Mason Plumlee was a Nugget. So you root for guys that were part of our family. And so I'm glad that Bol had a good game tonight and hope he's able to stack games together. Because if he can do that, that's only going to help his career move forward.
In the last month or so, it feels like, you know, Jamal has been off ball a little bit more, especially when Russ is out there. But even, you know, tonight it felt like, you know, Aaron was doing some initiating of the offense. How has Jamal just kind of handled that adjustment?
I don't think it's really that big of an adjustment. You look at when we drafted Jamal out of college, he was a 2-guard. You know, Tyler Ulis was his point guard at Kentucky. His first 2 years with us, he was a lot at the 2. And then I think probably 6-7 years since that, he's become our starting point guard. We always try to get him off the ball at times because we know how effective he is. And I think it gives defenses a different look as well. Jamal handling, Jamal initiating. Oh, now Jamal's off the ball. And you can play with Russ. You can play with Jalen Pickett. You can use Aaron and Nikola as a point forward or a point center. So, you know, you love the versatility that Jamal is able to bring on the offensive end. Makes us hard to guard.
Thank you.
All right, that was a walk-off.
Tonight was Jamal Murray's 6th 30-plus point game of the season, and 5 of the 6 have come in the last 14 games. 6 made threes is a new season high for him. How would you describe the way he played tonight?
I would say determined. You could see it written all over his face, you know, especially in that first quarter when you saw the seriousness and with which he approached this game and with which he approached his offensive game, being aggressive and looking for a shot, really hunting within the structure of the Nuggets offense. And so if you're going to have that type of Jamal, which you do, I mean, when he's healthy and feeling good, which obviously he was, he missed last game, but today he showed really no ill effects of anything, to be honest with you. He looked like he was moving around very well and with some explosiveness, with some pop. Then you're going to get these performances for him because he is this talented. This is the kind of player he is, and he put that on the court tonight.
And once again, Jamal Murray was questionable coming into tonight's game with knee inflammation. Maybe we'll hear from him in the locker room. Maybe we won't, but maybe it was anti-inflammatory Murray.
Maybe
showing
it was.
Off.
It could have been anti-inflammatory.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yes, I am.
Yes, there is. There is a chance. Let's talk about Christian Braun, and not only what he did tonight, but what he's been doing lately. Starting, coming off the bench, doesn't matter. CB is going to go out there and play the right way, play within his role. 18 points, 6 of 13 from the field to go along with 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block.
Okay, so here's the hill that I'm going to stay on top on. I'm going to plant my flag in this. Christian Braun, since he's returned to the starting lineup, Nuggets 5-0. And so, and he's averaging, what, he got 18 more tonight? So it was 18.5 in the games before that. So he's not, that average is not moving at all. He is playing great. He's playing great not just on defense. It's 7 rebounds, 6 assists. I think you mentioned those numbers just a second ago anyway. He's doing it all on the basketball court. And I need to stress, he is also playing great offense. This is not just a defense hustle situation, although that's where he makes his money. He's been a total asset to the starting lineup. We'll see if it stays that way in the future, but I'm going to pull out the record as much as I possibly can because I think he's played great and really truly deserves his chance to stay among those starting 5.
One of the best in the entire NBA at scoring in fast break situations. And when we had him on the postgame show after the last game, he compliments, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic. Yeah. They make it really easy for me, but it's also him putting himself in a position to be successful.
Correct.
And a lot of the times the receiving end in transition ends in a dunk. Christian Braun, one of the best in-game dunkers, at least for the Denver Nuggets, debatably right now. He just throws it down. He's a dunking machine. He has 65 dunks on the year, the most in the NBA among shooting guards. How would you describe the way he finishes with authority?
He's got bounce. He's got pogo sticks for legs.
Criminal.
Yeah.